out on the west shore of Lake Winnebago last night. It was May 15th, 2018. If this is your first time here, I'm an avid fisherman. I live in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I fish the Winnebago chain as often as I can. My current project is to document 100 fishing trips. Hit the subscribe button if you want to follow along. I had a couple appointments, so I couldn't get out real early. It was almost dark by the time I did get out. But the winds were blowing in from the east, and I just know that brings the walleyes into the west shore. The timing is a little bit weird. I think this usually happens earlier in May, but it definitely happened last night. It's a pattern a lot of the property owners there know. It's the time of the year that they can catch walleyes off their dock. So it's a good time for the shore anglers to hit the parks, and they use various techniques to catch walleyes. Personally, I've used small floating rapalas. A lot of people use freeways and bobber fish, lighted bobbers. So it's really a good way to catch fish. It's fairly reliable, and I really didn't want to miss it today. So I went out of the 21st Street Landing. I ran to Stony Beach, the point out right in front of it, and I drifted that a couple times, but all I could catch is small sheep's head, which usually, I'm not really sure about this, but for me it's an indication that the walleyes really aren't there anymore. So I kind of abandoned that strategy and went quite a bit south to a few spots I know. I was looking for points and structure kind of that the wind pointed directly into. So like if the point's coming off the shore, the point would be pointing right at the direction of the wind. And I set up, in about 8 feet of water, and I would drift into about 4 feet of water, and right on shore. And the first drift I did, the first couple drifts I did, I didn't catch anything, but I was still pretty confident. And then I did catch one 17-inch fish, and I caught one 20-inch fish. Patterns are important in fishing, and these patterns happen all the time, both on large scale and small scale. It's as simple as wind blowing on a structure, or you might consider, like the walleye run. The fish, you expect the fish to leave the lake, go up the Wolf River, spawn, then come back. And depending on the timing of that, you know where the walleyes are. And so when they're on their way up, the water's cold, and they bite, but not the same way as they bite on the way down. So you fish them differently. You vertical jig, real slow presentation on the way up, and then on the way down, it's a little more aggressive, and the walleyes are willing to chase, and they're really feeding. So it's you choose what you're doing differently. You're fishing differently based on the pattern. You're trying to increase your odds. But still, just because you know where the walleyes are doesn't mean you know how to catch them. But knowing where the fish are allows you to spin through techniques and really practice and refine your techniques. If you're confident that the fish are there, it's a lot easier to stay interested in trying to catch them, and to change things up, and to really work on your technique, so you can use this opportunity to build skills. And that's the report for today. This was video 23 of 100 of my project to be a better fisherman. Caught 2 walleyes today, one 17, one 19. It was a great night, had a great time out there. And with this information, let's get out and fish.